Rockland, Maine sits on the rocky and mountainous mid-coast of Maine. Before we go to the museum, I will give you a quick look into the maritime interests in the area. Shipbuilding plays heavily in Rockland's history, and many schooner and windjammer cruises can be found in the area today. Many artists and art galleries, including the Farnsworth Art Museum, with beautiful coastal and maritime displays, are everywhere. The Owl's Head and Rockland Breakwater lighthouses are in this area, as well as the Lighthouse Museum. The Maine State Ferry Service provides many connections to Penobscot Bay Islands and can be a very enjoyable day trip. Now, after that very short, and I couldn't mention everyone glance, I introduce you to the Captain Jim Sharp, a retired windjammer captain of 25 years and a shipbuilder for many, many years.
Well, I'd like to welcome you to the world-famous Sail Power and Steam Museum of South Rockland. Let me tell you about some of the wonderful things we have here. Great memorabilia. A few years ago, when I flunked retirement, I got this piece of property. It's the Old Snow Shipyard in South Rockland, an amazing place. The Old Snow Shipyard built more sailing vessels in the 19th century than anywhere else in Rockland, anywhere else in Maine, anywhere else in New England. It's an incredible piece of property right on the waterfront here in South Rockland. I always wanted to have a museum. Always had this idea that I would have a museum. Now that I'm old and I'm on my cane and I'm living out my life and having a great time at it, building this museum, it's a way to pay back for the wonderful times that I've had here on the Mid-Coast Maine area. But I'd like to have you come and see this museum, spend some time here, and see the wonderful memorabilia we have. We have over 20 beautiful half models, architectural builders models of the vessels built right here at the Snow Shipyard. We have navigational instruments, original navigational instruments that belonged to Nathaniel Bowditch. We have schooner Bowden material, Admiral Peary's rifle, his actual rifle when he and Henson went across the ice to plant the flag in the North Pole. That's just a few of the incredible things that we can show you right here in South Rockland, right here on the waterfront in the beautiful coast of Maine. Let me tell you about our flagship, the Record it's called. It's a Norwegian freight vessel built in 1914, an old wooden boat with a fantastic 1934 two-cylinder semi-diesel, very significant engine in it, and we do harbor tours about twice a month on her. Other things we do, we have educational programs, usually once or twice a month, right here in our conference room in the museum. We have music programs, fantastic music programs, usually on Friday nights. And we have a Sunday Jam every Sunday. We invite people to come in. It's an open mic. People can come in and sit down and play mostly acoustic music, but they bring their own songs and they play some of the old traditional ones. And people sing along and help us make some great music here at the Sail Power and Steam Museum in South Rockland. That's just a few of the items that we have. I could go on and on, probably for longer than you wish to hear it, but come and see us. Come and check it out yourselves. We have an actual working lime kiln. We have an engine house with donkey engines and many, many steam engines. We have just incredible photographs of the old days, the old sailing ships, and so on. The Old Snow Shipyard here in South Rockland, 75 Mechanic Street, Rockland, Maine, on the gorgeous coast of Maine. I want to tell you that Sharps Point South has a website, wonderful website with all the information about the museum. We actually show the old Record, our flagship, starting the engine of her and going off on a harbor cruise to see the seals and the seagulls and the lighthouses of Rockland Harbor. It's a great way to get a little precursor of information about our museum. And then when you come, you'll have your feet wet and already know approximately what you want to see and what you want to spend your time on to the most advantage.
Thanks to everyone at the Sail Power and Steam Museum, as well as the great accommodations at the Strawberry Hill Seaside Inn, in making this a most enjoyable video to make.
You are the love of flower not faded, fallen. You're my harbor